Welcome back, everyone, in episode 26, right? It's been a long, long time, right? I mean,
Hmm?
after the holiday, and I think we are going to build something, right? Vivek?
Yes,
Very, very interesting,
correct.
right?
So everybody talks about
AI
workflows.
workflow, right?
Correct.
Agentic, and we're going to build that, right?
Yes.
For free?
So,
For
yes,
free?
for free,
So
guys.
it's training for free.
Yes.
You ask the client to pay you, but you are giving this for free.
Some parts.
Oh,
There's always a catch, guys. There is nothing like a free lunch. Okay.
oh,
So, guys, what we will do today is that we're going to share something with you guys, and we're going to build an AI workflow, and we're going to use a software called as Scade
Scade Pro.
Pro. Okay. So, guys, this is a good software for especially for beginners who want to build an AI workflow, guys.
Sure.
So, today, I want to first, let's say, let's scare people a little bit. What's an agentic workflow, guys? Right?
Sure.
So, uh, a complicated workflow will be something like this. See this? Oh my God. Okay. It looks complicated, right, Erica? What do you think? Okay.
It's too
Yeah.
much for me, Vivek.
So this looks like a complicated workflow, guys, where you have. So this is called, first of all, what is the meaning of workflow, correct? A
Mhm.
workflow is when you make multiple different AI softwares
Hmm.
talk to each other. That's a workflow. Because many times, right, Terika, you might have tried, right? You might have put an give me an image of certain
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Does the image come to be perfect as to what you want?
Not as my expectation.
Correct.
Like,
So
like it's not there. It's not
correct.
there.
Yeah. And then we need, but then the way to do this is that we could have, let's say, and or for that matter, in this workflow, this is a more complicated workflow,
Hmm.
guys. But this is not to scare you guys. This is to show you that on Skate Pro, you can build something as complex as this. But today, we will share a simpler workflow
Mhm.
where you can give a particular input and an image will be an output. Okay. Now
Hmm.
you could say that hey, I could have done that in ChatGPT, but trust me, you're not going to get the same kind of output.
Yes, but I do
Okay.
have questions, right, Vivek?
Yeah.
Might be our viewers as well.
Hmm.
In this Skate Pro, I mean, in this workflow, right, that the one that you show currently, it's kind of like make any AI tools talk to each other, right?
Yes.
But I mean, like, do you need to pay like ChatGPT as well?
So
I mean,
that's a
our
good,
ideogram.
very good question. So if you go on to Skate Pro already has tie-ups with ChatGPT, Ideogram, Glean, and almost all of the main platforms it already has.
Hmm.
So whenever you are using one of the tokens, they are actually paying ChatGPT on your bill.
I
So
see.
this is like a one size for everything. So you don't really need to buy specific ChatGPT token or Ideogram
Yeah.
token. You just need to buy the tokens from Skate Pro, and Skate Pro is then distributing this token,
I see.
and it cuts your tokens
Yeah.
depending on the price.
Hmm.
Okay, and I think Skate Pro has some good deals with these guys, and so they get really cheap
Cheaper.
per price for. Whereas when you do this yourself, you might find it a little bit more expensive.
I mean,
huh?
which is a good. I mean, I think for everyone, right? For our viewers as well. What you just said, which is like the beauty of Skate Pro, right? That
Yes.
we don't need to pay ChatGPT or Ideogram
Separately.
or I don't know any other AI tools, Midjourney,
True.
etc. Right?
True.
Which is cut the budget. I don't
Maybe,
know.
I mean, I think it's more an efficiency thing because you don't have to pay individually. Here, you need to pay only one vendor. Okay. And especially if you want to make a workflow. So that's the thing. So the advantage, guys, here is that if you want to make a workflow, try Skate Pro. We will show you how. So that if you want to build it yourself, here's a good starting. Okay. So today, what are we going to do? Today, we are going to teach people. So this was that complicated workflow that I was showing you guys. But in the next 20 minutes or 20 or so minutes, you will learn, remember how I always challenge people, right? Many of you would never have ever built an agentic workflow. But in the next 20 minutes that you listen to us, you will be able to build your own agentic workflow. And this is Vivek ka guarantee.
Oh.
That's in Hindi, mein guys. Okay.
Wow.
So what's the use case today? The use case
Okay.
is, what is the use case? What are we going to build today?
Oh, we're going to make an Instagram post using a trend for a category of your choice. What does this
Yes.
mean,
So
Vivek?
you can give a trend and we'll show people. So you can type in a particular trend. You have a trend. You as a brand marketer, you know trends that exist in your market, and you are working on a particular category, right? So you will type the trend and you will type the category and you'll press a button and an Instagram post is going to come out.
Meaning that it's only like from trend and it becomes the creative,
Exactly.
the content.
So from a trend to a creator.
The trend could be anything.
Yeah, a trend can be
I
anything,
mean,
up to you. So
I see.
we will do that, right?
Mm.
So let's go again straight into Scade Pro. So on Scade Pro, when you come over here, this is your personal space, and you will see we have built a lot of agents over here, guys. Okay. So what we're going to do is you will click this button over here called Create, right? And you're going to click Workflow. You will notice that there is an agent thing, but that's for another time. So let's just click the workflow. And when you click this workflow, the first thing you will notice that there will be two nodes which come. Let's look at them. The first two nodes are a start node and an end node. So there's a start and an end.
So
right?
it's kind of like input and output?
Correct. Input and an output. Right?
I see.
Perfect. So that's absolutely right. So we need to fill in the gaps. Correct.
Yeah.
So what did we want? What is the input?
The trend?
Correct. And the category.
Oh,
right?
yeah, correct.
So
Yes.
let us fill up those. So to do that, to input the trend and the category, you just need to click over here and say configure the fields. I'm going to say, what's your new input? So I'm going to say this is a text input over here, guys. There are other inputs over here, but for us, we just need to give a text in. So in this, it is type trend. Type your trend, right? Now, please note that you need to put an underscore because you're going to use pass variables. So guys, do not put type spacebar trend, put underscore. It should be like
so it's kind of like a code, right? Vivek? Like we're typing a code?
Kind of. Okay? Kind of, but it's going to make it very easy, guys. Trust me. Okay. So I'm going to save this, right? So it comes over here. You can type your trend, right? What else did we need?
Category?
Correct. So we're going to say that and we're going to put category, right?
Oh, we don't need to put a type underscores category.
No, category. Yeah, you can. Okay, sorry. Let's do that. Yeah, make it even more. Type underscore category. So that I save. I mean, it's just a naming convention. You guys can do it like
I
that,
see.
right?
Okay.
So this, you can start this, right? And that's your first input that you've given. Okay. So what you do is you close this. It's always a good thing to now let's type a trend. Okay. I want to use the category coffee. Is that okay? Right. So let's use the
Okay.
trend.
Yeah. Gen Z loves coffee. It's way too much.
Coffee, yeah. So let's put coffee. Let's type a trend. Okay. So here's a trend that I've noticed among Gen Z, especially since you've mentioned Gen Z. That's a good one, right? Gen Z likes to mix and match
the coffee.
flavors
Yeah, the flavor.
and want to create something new, correct?
Yeah.
So let's put that as a trend. Let's type that in.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gen Z coffee drinkers like to mix and match to create new flavors. Yeah. Of coffee. Yeah. That's a trend.
Yeah.
Right, guys.
True.
Now you as a brand manager would have these kind of trends from insights from your marketing research or from social media listening, etc. So what we do is there is this play button here. This is just to test whether this node is working or not. So just click the play button.
Okay.
Over here. It'll rotate for some time. And there you go. It is actually working because, okay, you will see this kind of a thing come up and it has become green. The moment something has become green, what that signifies is that the node is working.
If it's not working, then it's red.
Correct.
I see.
Simple, guys, right? So if it was not working, there's something wrong, it becomes red. So now in this case, we've just typed an input. We've also given now that has become a kind of a code which will be passed to the next node. Okay. In this example, I'm going to use ChatGPT, right? Because even your favorite, isn't it? And
Everyone?
a favorite for a lot of
Everyone?
people. So how do we do that? We just need to click here, add node. Now, here you can see, right? You could do it with Gemini.
Okay.
You could do it with Luma, which is another LLM. You could do it with Perplexity. You could do it with so many options. Okay. So that's that. So let's take ChatGPT. All you need to do is just click ChatGPT here and the node gets added.
Okay.
That's it. So you just click that one, close this one. So you saw that, right? Add node. And I have now added a ChatGPT node. So what I'm going to do is I need to pass this information into ChatGPT, correct?
Right.
And what does ChatGPT, the first GPT that I want to do is I need to make some, what did you
Prompts.
remember? Yeah, prompt, correct? ChatGPT needs a prompt.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell ChatGPT to do something about this input, correct? Using this input, make me a ad copy,
Okay.
correct? So I'm going to make an ad because remember we have to make an Instagram post, right? So ad copy. So I'm going to create this ad copy. So what I'm going to do is, and by the way, you could select the various models. I've taken ChatGPT 4o Mini. That's the more low cost kind of a thing.
But we
you
can choose it any other
Yes, sir.
model.
You can choose 40, which is a much more powerful one, or one, or the other more cheaper ones. I've taken 40 Mini, the default version. You could change it. So where is the prompt written? So the first best practice, guys, would be like, you rename this node and say, rather than ChatGPT, just say that this is your add copy underscore ChatGPT or add copy creator. Yeah. So I would say like this is a good best practice. So you know what your nodes are doing.
Yeah.
Correct. Now over here in this next part is where you actually type the prompt. Okay, guys. So here you would have already seen you are a helpful assistant. It's already telling you where to write the prompts, right? So I'm going to, rather than type all these prompts, I'm just going to just copy paste it. Okay, guys. So I'm going to use this simple prompt. You guys can also see this prompt. I'm going to put this one, come back over here to the ChatGPT, to the thing. So I'm going to say using the trend, this one, and the category, give me powerful ad copy for my brand, be succinct and be brand safe. Okay. So I'm asking it, I'm giving it quite a very good kind of a prompt. Okay. Now, how do I pass this information to this node? Correct. So the output of this, you see the output you see over here?
Yeah.
That needs to go into as the input of the next. So what you need to do is that I'm going to close this for the moment, right? I'm going to take this button, success. I'm going to take this from here, success. I'm going to connect it to the ChatGPT node. That's it. Boom. So now what has happened is things over here are going to move over here. Now what you're going to do is you click on this message. This trend, there is a variable here. You need to pass that. Okay. So what you do is you click, you see this input, guys, change that to expression because we need to pass a value from X to, from this node to the next node. You need to pass this information. So what you do is you click here, you come to the start node and you just delete this. You can type the trend, just drag and drop it here. It gives you the code.
Oh,
so guys, no need to type it. It just tells you. You just need to Control C this. Yeah.
Wow.
Close this. And instead of the trend, I'm going to just paste it. So that's the code. So it says using the trend with the from here, you see, and category. Now for category, what do? I come back here. I click here and let's put an enter over there and just drag and drop the category over here. Control C that. Come back here and the category I will paste. So this is the kind of prompt that has come from here to here. So what have you told to ChatGPT now? ChatGPT is going to get this prompt, right? Because Scade Pro is going to send it to ChatGPT. What is it going to tell ChatGPT? Using the trend X and category Y, give me powerful ad copy for my brand, be succinct and be brand safe. Correct? So now what is the advantage of this? You might say that, hey, I just type this like this to ChatGPT. But when you finish this workflow, you can keep reusing this thousands of times, right? And you could, a more complex workflow would be that, you could also, we have a workflow to create the trends. So you could attach the trends, trend generator straight into content.
But it's complicated, right?
That's a more complicated one. We are showing simple ones, but a more complicated workflow can also be done. But start with the basics, guys. Start with the basics. We all start the ABCs first. Then you can build, a Shakespearean drama, right? So that's how. So what you do next? You test it, right? So I'm going to test this one. I'm going to press the play button over there, right? And it is going to start. And what it would do is that it's running, as you can see, the moment it starts, see, it has come out. Right? So the output has come out from this input. So the execution was a success because it took the input, from here, it took the input, and it took that and it created the output. Understood, guys? So that's basically what it did. It took the trend. Now, what does it say? Unleash your copy creativity, introducing a world of endless flavor possibilities, blah, blah, blah. Join the flavor revolution. Brew your imagination. Quite cool. Right?
Quite cool.
Quite cool. So it's, of course, ChatGPT, right? Yeah, you've asked it. So this becomes your ad copy creator. Now, many a times and maybe this time is a good time to just check, let's go on to ChatGPT. Yeah. And we need to tell people the advantages of using this kind of a system, right? That, like, let's say, let's take this Scade Pro input, right? Yeah. This one. I'm going to copy this. Yeah. Using the ad copy, create me a image for Instagram. Okay. I'm going to put this. Oh, yeah. Now, here's so now he's going to make a, visual concept, right? This image. Okay. So we're going to generate the image. Let's see what happens. Okay. So now ChatGPT is going to generate this image. And yeah, as usual, ChatGPT, we have a lot of people processing images right now, right? So it'll take a bit of time. Okay. While that is happening, right? So you can see this. But what I wanted to show was, why are we doing this kind of thing? Okay. Why would you use a workflow? Because when you try to, let's say you wrote a particular script at copy and you gave it to ChatGPT, and when you come up with the image, you will see that the image, like you rightly said before, is not exactly what you want.
Yeah.
It might be suboptimal. Okay.
Yeah.
So while this is being done, our method is that we are going to create one of the best practices is, and this is a free hack, guys. If you want to create very good images using using a image generator like Ideogram or Midjourney or even ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to make the prompt for you. Okay. And so that's the hack, guys. So if you gave it like this, I mean, let's see what our ChatGPT is still not yet done it. But so what we're going to do is, I'm going to add one more node. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, and I'm going to call this the image prompt generator. Okay. I'm going to call it that. This is the image prompt generator. So the input of this, the copy, he's going to take the copy, because that's what he did right over here as well.
Yeah.
But it's going to create an image prompt generator for Ideogram. Ideogram is the software which we guys are going to use.
The question is, why do we need to use Ideogram? Why not anyone?
We can use Midjourney. I'm just using Ideogram for this example, but you could use Midjourney. You could.
I mean, is it like, is there something different with the results?
There is. What we have noticed is Ideogram gives quite stable results and better results and more hyper realistic results.
Got it.
So that's why we are using it. So now again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here into the prompt, right? And I'm going to come here and I'm going to, so I'm going to put it over here. You are an image prompt writer for converting ad copy, which is here, into one powerful image for an ideogram, which I will use for Instagram. So I'm telling it that it is a image prompt writer, right? So now ChatGPT knows, oh, I'm an image prompt writer for ideogram. I'm going to create this. So what do I need to do this? Now I need to pass this input, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I do, I come back here, I click on expression, right? I come here and that copy creator, right? That's the one, this success. So just delete this one, the words, and just drag and drop it here and control C that, come back here and paste it here. So now you have passed the ad copy is the success, right? This is the ad copy. You pass it on to this image. So you are an image prompt creator for converting ad copy, which came from here into one powerful image for ideogram, which I will use for Instagram, right? So I close it and it's ready actually. I'll just play. So if I press the play button, it starts again. And so what has happened? It's taken this ad copy, guys, and now it is going to create the prompt for ideogram. You see, it has now created the prompt.
Can we check the ChatGPT whether it's
Yeah.
already generate our image?
Okay, so this is what it has given you. Do you like this?
Not realistically.
Yeah, it's very average,
It's
guys.
cute. It's cute, but not what I expected.
Yeah. So that's why, see, this is the thing, right? Many people, what do they say? I use AI and then, but the image is not up to my expectation.
Yeah.
That's because you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Right? You need to know how to take the best. It's like when you create a workflow, you are the conductor of the orchestra.
Yeah.
These are your instruments. You see, we are building the instrument one by one. 1, 2, 3. I've created the ideogram. Now, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm going to create the ideogram.
Yeah.
So I'll type ideogram. It has everything, guys. So I'll take ideogram word V2. You could take the other ones as well. This is a decent enough one, and it's cost-wise cheaper. And that's why. Okay, so guys, you could
for the
use
free
this one.
training, right?
Yeah, not just that. I mean, for customers as well, for you guys as well. It's if you want something more, faster or a bit more cheaper, you could. We take V2, but there are cheaper and faster ones. You see, V2A Turbo and V2A, these are faster and cheaper ones. But I'm taking ideogram V2 here. Okay. So now, what do we need to do? We need to pass this prompt over here, correct? So all you need to do is take this success and click it into the prompt. That's it. Because it's just a prompt.
Why not the dot up there?
Sorry. Yeah, that's okay. Because this is you don't really need to do this one onto the top because the prompt is what ideogram only needs. So that's why the success of this variable, which was this prompt, because it's a prompt, you only need to pass a prompt in this case. Okay. In this particular case, you needed to pass the prompt.
Yeah.
When you need to pass variables, that's when you put it on.
Oh, that's the difference. Got it. Now I got it. Yeah.
So now if I put this success and put it over here, now what happens? This prompt should go over here, right?
Yeah.
Let me just play this button.
Oh, you just need to play the button because it will transfer it itself.
It would take the prompt. It has taken the prompt which has been made by ChatGPT.
Oh, and then ideogram will generate the image.
Ideogram, because that is the language for ideogram.
Ideogram,
right?
yeah.
If you typed the prompt for ideogram and you gave it a very basic prompt. Now let's look. You see, we have used ChatGPT itself to create, and you saw the image which was created, right, guys?
Yeah.
So what happens is that the image prompt generator has passed the prompt to ideogram, and ideogram is now generating the image, and we should just see what output comes out. So guys, this is a very good. Now maybe is the time. You got this one. Okay, image wise, it's given you let's say. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's better than this image. I would say it's definitely better, but the prompt has not passed through properly. Correct. And this is a problem. In fact, this is very good. This is a very good real case, right? See, look here. Overlay the text, unleash your flavor has become hallucinated into you will use your foul. Okay. Your coffee, your run. Your instead of rules, correct?
Yeah.
So it's completely messed it up, guys. Right? Now, how to correct this, Eric? Is there a way that we can correct this?
Definitely.
Correct. Right? There is a way to correct it, guys. And that again happens in the
ChatGPT?
In the prompt.
Yeah, right.
Correct.
I mean, like in the
So,
GPT, right?
in the prompt. So what we will do now is we're going to give our customers a cheat
code?
Yes. So now I'm going to take this big cheat code. Okay. This is a very big kind of okay. And I'm going to come here. I'm going to put back here. And instead of this baby prompt, which is you are an image prompt writer, blah, 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 right? I'm going to kill it with a bang. This is a massive prompt, guys. Okay. Now this has got a much more complicated structure because you are saying that you're an expert prompt writer to convert your ad copy into powerful image prompts specifically for IDEO.
I would say this is more powerful prompts, right,
Yes,
Vivek?
this is a much more powerful prompt, and I'm going to paste it. Okay. And I'm going to put that. And so we need to pass this variable ad copy. Correct.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do? I'm going to click over here. I'm going to, their add copy was from there, right? So we just, this one, you just delete, you take the success variable there, you control C it, close it, you come back here, and I'm going to paste here. So now look at this. This is a prompt which is far more complicated. The text has been told. The font style, you can specify the font and stroke, by the way. Yeah. The subject, the settings, the colors. And I've also said that it could be in Bahasa Indonesia or English or a mixed language, correct? So I've written much more. So ChatGPT is going to follow this format to create an excellent prompt for ideogram. Okay, so let's just save this, and I'm going to now play this. Okay, so now remember the ad copy was okay. We gave the trend. The ad copy was quite decent, but the image prompt generator was bad, which is why you did not get a very cool thing. So what am I going to do? I'm going to play this button, and it's going to create the new prompt. And let's see what happens. See, the prompt is now much more smaller. See this, guys? So if you see here, the prompt over here is craft your perfect cup. Bold script with slight stroke is going to say attractive looking Indonesian barista. And then it's going to give warm, inviting, inspiring, blah, blah, blah. Got it? So previously, so what I'm going to do is now we've got the prompt, right? Now this is the really cool, this is what ChatGPT is going to use to actually create the thing. The prompt for ideogram, right? I'm going to now play that button. So now we get a new prompt, a new prompt. Now you would have noticed that this is a much more smaller kind of a prompt. This is the old one, which is not really cool, right? This is the old one. Let's just play this now.
I was thinking it was human, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we created a better prompt using our cheat sheet, right? And now let's see what ideogram creates. Okay, so let's see what comes out. It should come out any moment right now, because we've connected the prompt generator into the ideogram thing. So now it's going to create. So you can see craft your perfect cup has come out, right? Bold script with slight wave, yeah, attractive, hyper realistic looking Indonesian. So you can see that there is a text, there's a font, there's a, there is a setting, style, colors. And now I'm going to play that into the ideogram kind of an engine. It's going to take this input, the input prompt, and it's going to play that, and it is going to create a new image. Hopefully, wow. Now comes out a cool photo.
I will say this is cool. If you wanted, like our initial idea, we wanted to compare it with the ChatGPT one, right?
Yes,
Vivek?
so here's
I don't think we need to.
ChatGPT. Here's ChatGPT, and here's your workflow, guys. This is the workflow you created along with us in a few minutes, right? So that was that. Got it, right?
So it become the output.
It's become the output. And then comes the last step. Now, if you wanted to download this, you could. It's better to connect this to the end node. You take this output, you take the configure the field over here, new input, and you just say that this is a file. And remember, I put that Instagram create, click it to this one because that's the output one. And and what do we need to do next, Erica?
We need to play it, right?
Correct. We need to play it. Absolutely right. So what happens is this passes out over here. So here is your workflow end to end, right? So you could type an input over here and you would get an output. And let's test this. When you give me another kind of a Gen Z category, let's just test it for our users. So what's the advantage for this? You could redo this multiple times, right?
Okay.
So let's choose a category. Boba tea drinkers love new kinds of colors and flavors in their boba tea. Okay, that's a new thing. Let's see. Okay, so now instead of doing this one by one, I just need to say
start the flow.
Start the flow. Correct. So what is going to happen now? It's first going to create this for boba, right? See, it's changed, right?
Yeah.
It's now it's moved into the next one, which is to create the
prompt,
the ad copy for boba, and says taste the rainbow. Cool. Let's see it, right? And now it says, and it's made it in Bahasa. Rasakan keberagaman rasa. What is that? me.
Oh,
Okay.
the variation of the flavor.
Variation of flavors, right? So, and here comes your boba. And it's created the boba. It's created some kind of different kind of a style, right? And it has given you a different kind of a thing with bright focus on the rainbow. And it's given you a kind of a style. You could create more complicated ones, right? And that's the advantage of creating a workflow like this, guys. Okay. So, of course, there are some secret tips over here, right? Which ensures that you get this in the right kind of a thing.
But I
and
do
all
have
this.
questions.
Yeah.
Even the viewers might be right, Vivek.
Uh-huh.
Yours, okay, I will say this one is the basic one, and
Yes,
you were
this is the
saying
very
there is
basic one.
the complicated
yeah,
one.
this
I
one.
mean, the one
You
that you
see-
showed earlier.
Yeah,
Yes,
you see
this
this one? It's really complicated,
Yes,
right?
it's complicated because you need to connect it to out of here and there, right?
Quite a few, because this
Yeah.
was creating variations. See, this
No, I will
flow
say.
was 2 variations. You see, that one was only 1.
Yeah.
So you could create maybe 4 variations because you liked A, you don't like B, you could still go with it. And using that base image, you could create a video. See that? And this is a video. Look at this. This has been created with AI. And you could see this. See, this girl is, and you can see that moving, right?
Yeah.
That's an AI video which has been generated using Kling. Using Kling. So you could create an entire workflow starting from an image going into a video using, Scade Pro. And
But-
this is such a powerful kind of a software, right?
Do you think it's a beginner friendly?
This one, I mean, guys, if you practice a little bit, if you followed our, today's example quite carefully enough, you would be able to do it. Now, will you get the same outputs like we got? That requires the secret prompts. Okay. That will get you to that level of, getting you that high level of
You know what,
success,
Vivek?
right?
Maybe the viewers will comment like,
Yeah.
give me those cheat codes.
Yes, we'll give it to you. Give me your contact. How about that? Fair deal, right? If you are an enterprise and you want to learn a workflow, or you are a small enterprise and you want to learn this workflow, we'll give you these cheat codes. Okay, we'll give it to you. We're free. We'll give it to you, and Betty from our team is going to put that. So if you comment on this video and say, what is the secret word? What's the password for getting the
Don't forget to contact us, right?
yeah. So you type onto the YouTube or on Spotify, you comment, put a comment, say secret workflow, and we will contact you. This is beginner friendly, guys. Okay. It's beginner friendly. You want to make something more complicated, you need to use N8N. Okay, which is a very much more complicated kind of agentic workflow builder, N8N. November, the number 8, and November, N8N, or you should use Comfy UI. Okay, so these are much more advanced things. But if you are a small, you're running your own internal team, do you need to do all these really complicated
Not
things?
really.
Not really. You can use Scade Pro. It's for easy, simple workflows. And I believe this is a very good way to start your AI journey. Got it? And not blame ChatGPT. Yeah, you can blame ChatGPT, right? Oh, bad image. But here, good image. Why? Because you had a workflow. Okay. This is that is the power of creating this kind of workflows. Yeah. Well, I think that's it. We've come to the end. Today was a kind of longish kind of an episode, but I hope that you guys liked and learned today. And please put in your comments, guys. We'd love to hear.
Don't forget to subscribe as well and like.
Yes, like, and don't forget the secret code for getting our secret prompts. It's, what is it, guys? Yeah, it's there in the thing. Watch the video completely. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, and see you next episode.